This is a Canon 24-70 2.8 L lens. It is a classic and it still holds a lot of value, but I got this one even cheaper than normal because of this. This used to be a UV filter and the previous owner dropped it, which probably smashed the glass and then left a dent in there. What that results in is you cannot take off this filter. It doesn't have any give, and if you look at any guides online, you'll see some attempts to solve this. One way is to use some kind of rubber glove to really get a good friction on there. But most of these methods only work if the lens filter is stuck in a normal sense, like it's really tight on there. And that's not the case here. The threads are somehow intermingled and you simply can't unscrew that. You need to readjust it. And I have another one here. This is a 16-35, which has the same problem. And what I find is that people are willing to sell these pretty cheap when they have this issue. And to be honest, I don't really mind that much. Obviously, if it's dropped, there might be other damage to the lens, some you don't even know about. This, for instance, the manual focus doesn't work. The ring keeps going around, but it doesn't affect the focus. What you do when you have lenses like this and you're thinking long term, you might want to sell them, or at least you might want to put on a filter someday. So you might want to get this off, and you look online, and then you come to this Adam Savage video from, I think, Tested. And he made a nice video about this exact issue with a drop lens that's typically worth a lot, that has a filter stuck on it. And what he tried was this. This is a lens filter wrench grip thing. I don't know, I'll put the name here. He tried it, as far as I can remember, and it didn't work, so he had to use a bandsaw or something to actually cut open the metal. I don't have a bandsaw, and I'm also not really inclined to go that far just to get the filters off. But this was only 40 euros, 30 euros, so I thought I should give it a go, because after watching the video I thought, well, does this even work on any lens? If the damage is slightly less worse than in his case, would it work? So that's what we're gonna attempt. So looking at these, I would say that the 24-70 has a bit less damage, although I see there's also a dent here, and I think it needs to be completely circular before you can actually remove it. You might be able to tell this should be a circle, and what this does in theory is that it goes into the grooves of the filter thread, and then you can kind of unscrew it. There's this part that you tighten, so to speak, and when you tighten it, these two go further apart. And in theory, we should be able to squeeze this metal out to a circle and then unscrew it easily. So, fingers crossed. I think the natural place to start is here, where the damage is the worst, and then see if I can unscrew it after just a minor adjustment. So, let's see. So I got a microfiber cloth here, and I'm just gonna put this in here so that I don't accidentally damage the glass. There we go. So now it's in. Feels pretty good. And I think it's, maybe it's meant that I'm supposed to tighten it now and then use this to kind of screw it off with a good grip. Just gonna slowly adjust it here. And I'm gonna look here if there's any change. Feels like there's a great grip. You know, I'm actually gonna back out. I'm not sure if I'm in too deep. I need to test. Yeah, actually. You know what? So here's the thing. This filter, I think, is slimmer than this. So I was about to do this. I was about to widen out this part. I'm not gonna do that. So I just need to check how far Okay, so the threads only should be in, not this part. If this part is down, it's gonna take the inner ring of the lens itself. Oh, okay. Dude, it's totally, look at that. It feels like I'm doing stuff. Dude, it's almost there. Do you see that? It is almost there. We look at the dented side, it's still rounded off. It actually looks like that's how it's supposed to be, but as you can see, it's supposed to be straight. So we're gonna keep going. But actually, hold on, dude. Okay, I'm actually noticing something. We have to abort. Okay, look at this. So if you zoom out a bit, you can see that I'm expanding this whole piece, not just the filter. And if you take a look from this angle, you can see that it's starting to open up a bit. So I'm gonna try and see if I can screw a bit, but I think we have to go back. Can we screw it? As you can see, this is the opposite side of the dented area. And that seems to also be like pushed out a bit. I see that I also have this, which is like a wider thing, and this, which is more like an area specific. So maybe I should actually try this. The dent is almost gone. Dude, I felt that. I was actually able to screw it a bit. Okay. So now I think if I take use of these other tricks to get a better grip, like with a rubber glove or something, freeze it, something like that, I might be able to get it off. But dude, it's coming off. It's coming off. It's actually coming off, dude. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. I did it, and there's a scratch on my lens. No, that's not a scratch. Holy shit. We did it, dude. Confirmed. And let's take a look at the ring. See if there's any damage. I wouldn't be surprised if there is, but it looks, on the surface, it looks okay. Perhaps the filter threads might have issues with new filters. So I'm gonna get a filter, 77 millimeters here. Let's test it out. Right, so I found two things. I found some step-up rings, one of which is 77 millimeters. And the other is a UV filter, but I'm thinking maybe not putting glass on just yet in case that it's stuck. This, if it gets stuck, I can remove it like we removed the other thing here. So let's give it a go. All right. So let's see if the thread works now. So far, not great. So I'm wondering if this is actually a perfect circle or not, and if there are actually damages in the grooves. So it seems like you kind of have to force it. I mean, I can force this filter on. There you go. So now it's just an 82 millimeter thread size instead. You can take off like that. So, okay, I'm gonna call that a victory. And I'm gonna end the video now, but I'll show you the end results of the 16 to 35 if I get this one off as well. Thanks for watching. And there's a link for this thing so you can buy it and try it as well. Peace.
So I just wanted to show you my second attempt where I tried to take off the filtering off the 16 to 35. And as you can see, I ended up pushing it so much that it bent upwards on the side, and the inner ring actually came off here, which meant that at the end I could kind of like pop it inwards and take it off like a lid almost. So definitely that was more damage than the other one, but it ended up working nonetheless.